Josephus was writing in the first century, about 60 years after the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, 93 AD. And Josephus has a few books which are very helpful to us. One of them is called Antiquities of the Jews. The other one is called Wars. What's it called? Maybe you know. It's Wars of the Jews. I'm not sure. But in his Antiquities, this has been the issue with Josephus, is that when it comes to Antiquities, his writing Antiquities, we had a manuscript of Antiquities which was very clearly altered by a later Christian writer. Like in the section where Josephus writes about Jesus, it says he was the Christ or he was the Messiah. That's that's a very Christian interpolation. Probably Josephus didn't write that. And so there was this quest to find an unaltered manuscript of Josephus to see, like, did he really write that Jesus was the Messiah? I don't know. But they actually found an unaltered Arabic manuscript written later on, which does not have that Christian interpolation, and it was written by someone in Arabic, and does not contain the statement that Jesus is the Christ. But what it does say is still very interesting. So this is coming from Josephus. This is from an unaltered Arabic manuscript. So it's been translated into Arabic out of the original. Would it have been Greek or Hebrew? I'm not sure. But here's what Josephus says. At this time, there was a wise man who was called Jesus. His conduct was good, and he was known to be virtuous. And many people from among the Jews and the other nations became his disciples. Pilate condemned him to be crucified and to die. But those who had become his disciples did not abandon his discipleship. They reported that he had appeared to them 3 days after his resurrection, and that he was alive. Accordingly, he was perhaps the Messiah, concerning whom the prophets have recounted wonders. Okay, so here's Josephus saying perhaps he was the Messiah, not definitively, and he was reported to have risen from the dead. This is Josephus accurately reporting the eyewitness testimony, the direct evidence of the early disciples.